welcome back. Okay, so for those of you that watch this channel, this must be like a big surprise. I'm here again. Yeah, I'm um trying to get back in the flow, now that I feel more energy to do this. And so today the pick a card is going to be on what you need to know, right? So it's going to be a message that has something to do with anything that wants to come up, like a thing you need to address, a thing you might have a concern about, just some information that is important for you right now in your life. All right, so we have pile A, the octopus, and pile B is the ladybug. Let me just check that we're live. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute to just choose these cards. Pile A, octopus, pile B, ladybug. Now, we had the ladybug in the Monday reading, and so it tells me that it could be the same energy coming back. There's those of you that identified with Monday's ladybug energy, this is going to have something for you as well. On Monday, ladybug was A. All right, so let's check that we're live. All right, so here we are. Let me just turn this down. All right, so by now you would have chosen your pile. The thumbnail's up as well. So let's move into it. Octopus energy. You're somebody in this pile that you have a lot going on right now. You might feel overwhelmed, actually. And you're somebody that you juggle a lot of things in your life, maybe even people you're responsible for a lot, but I also feel that that's good in a way because you're curious about a lot. So let's grab your card. What does the octopus group, pile A, what do you need to consider? I saw this card earlier, and I thought, yeah, this is gonna be important for somebody. What is your paradise on earth? Yeah, in a way, it makes me think about somebody, as we're saying, that you have a lot on your plate, and this card is calling you to think about, okay, of all these things, where are these things taking us? So, for example, if you're doing a little bit of community work and a little bit of a business and a little bit with your family and a little bit, with another thing and another thing, it's like you need to at some point pause and consider how to do the things that are going to kind of accumulatively take you to the point that is satisfying, most gratifying. And I don't mean gratifying in like quick, impulsive pleasure way. It's more like gratifying in terms of like what you feel purposeful in, what makes you feel a sense of like accomplishment in your life. And so that is the question here for you. What is paradise on earth? It says, by modeling the world of our dreams, we unknowingly not only define our desires, but also start working on the way to get there. Imagine what would your perfect world be like. All right, so I want to grab some information on that for you. Yeah. All right, so tell us more about our octopus energy person in pile A. We have King of Cups and we have Strength. Okay. Ooh, with the Knight of Cups and Temperance. All right, so you could have just astrology. We'll do a little check. You could have Scorpio in your chart somewhere. Maybe in rising, moon, or sun. You could have Leo as well. So you could have like water and fire kind of combo. So like um, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, like a lot in your chart. We have Sagittarius here as well. So it's somebody, you're somebody that I think you have a lot of feelings and emotions all the time. Like you're quite generous to those around you with that. Yeah, I just said generous, six of wheels. You are giving, um and you're always like a kind of like rushing to give and support people is what it feels like. This Knight of Cups is here. You could also have Pisces in your chart, um but it's, you're somebody that you have a big heart, right? So, and I think that's one of the things about octopus. I don't know how, what's the plural of octopus. I don't know, but um I think I read that octopi, I don't know, they have like eight hearts. I might be wrong, but I could check that, or you could check that. But it's somebody that has a lot of heart, is what I'm wanting to say. And you give a lot, right? You are quick to give to those who you feel connected to, who you feel um, some kind of kinship emotionally, right? And I think that's why you're always like kept busy in this way. You're kept in this space of like always giving, always supporting, and thus many things to do. The thing here, though, is that I don't know. It kind of feels like you sometimes might suppress those emotions, which kind of feels like not showing up for yourself, not necessarily give making space, right? Because you're so busy giving to everybody else and taking on the things that need to be addressed for the people that you're kind of connected with, that you could somehow like suppress your feelings, preferring to kind of present a more like calm, chill front. Like it's cool. I'm chill. I'm a chill person. While you have all of this going on with the King of Cups, right? So you give, you take on a lot, you feel like you need to be strong for others, is what I get from this. And also, you also could present a kind of stable, calming energy for others. Now, that is the kind of picture of who I'm getting here. So now let us think about what is this paradise on earth message, right? Because this is your core message. What are the things that this octopus group, the group A, would need to think about in terms of moving to what's best for them? All right, this Knight of Wands is wanting to come out in the reverse. So I want to say that you could, it's really aligned with that. You could be in this energy of wanting to um, always act on the things that you feel, which, you know, it's a multitasking energy. And it's like always wanting to act on your passions, which means that you're always, you know, like energized for people, for the things that you feel interested in. But I think right now you're wanting to, because you're noticing how that makes you show up or even drains your energy in a particular way, it leaves you without enough energy for yourself. And also, there's something about wanting to be more consistent, right? Wanting to stabilize in some way, like wanting to be more strategic with how you place the things that you act on. And so that could be another message here. Okay, we got the star, but let's see what this is. King of Swords. Yeah, it's exactly that energy of you are, it's almost like moving out of the fire energy that you might act on, like, I want to take action on a lot of things, but no, it's King of Swords. It's feeling like I have to strategize now. I have to really think and be careful and wise about the way that I move in my life. With a star here, yes, exactly, because this to me aligns with this Paradise card. It's, you have a strong sense that there are some things in your life that are big goals, big dreams, big ambitions, and even the people that you want to connect to, you just want to move your life to a certain point. And I think you're realizing that the former energy, or the energy that maybe you have now or in the past that you're trying to change, is what I'm trying to see, I see here, is you're trying to kind of temper that with let's think things through a little bit more, let's process things. And the star is, maybe we, with that approach, which is a different approach, we can get to where this sense of like what's best for me, what I desire in my life, even who I desire in my life could be. And so I almost feel like you're a pile, group A, that you already know, because you have the King of Swords energy here. Although it's part of like an advice, I do feel like you are already sensing what and where and who you want to go towards. And it's like, now you know also how. So I would think that you're very kind of also like self-aware in certain ways. um I think you're trying to have a kind of revival of um things or yourself, almost like maybe you were kept very busy with this octopus energy, in other things, in other people's energies. And now it's like, okay, I could have a new start in my life. I could try again. King of Wheels. All right. So some of you are actually pushing really hard in business, in your career. You're thinking about that. And there's a strong Eight of Wands. This is like going directly towards things, coming out of confusion, um, considering your options as well. Like, where do I want to go towards? So this is a real strong energy of like, some of you could be moving. You could be thinking about moving countries. You could be thinking about, um, well, I came to my mouth, but I hesitated. But it's like taking on a partnership. Some of you could be thinking about what changes need to happen. And with this judgment, another way of looking at judgment is sometimes it's a wake up call, but sometimes it is also like a life review. I'm deciding where and what I want to do in my life, who I want to be, and actually like finding that push. And I think that that is what is here for you. Is there anything else that they need to know? Eight of Wheels with the Page of Wheels. Yes, okay, there's some kind of new beginning that y'all are embarking on. And if you feel like, some of you could have been like in an isolation period for a while, like you could have just been thinking through life a lot, learning a lot just by internally like asking yourself what is needed here. I think some of you are needing to venture out on some kind of new beginning with, in work is what comes up. So like career changes, and also like, what came to mind is, don't get discouraged by the fact that you have to make a new beginning and it's small, because it's going to grow, right? These two are cards of, it's small, it's in the process, but it's actually going to grow towards a particular point for yourself. All right. So I think what the message is, just to kind of be clear on everything, is the change that you are feeling and you have been feeling that you wanted to make for a long time, to kind of improve your life, to almost like develop, is what I feel the yearning is here. You have started, and you are starting, or you're getting the impulse to start on that. And I think it's actually going to grow, but you have to be able to see the vision and commit to it and just kind of take the steps towards it. It's sometimes it's foregoing like the passionate energy for like the considered energy is what I have here, right? And you will also find yourself one day in this kind of place where you're happy with life. You're happy with what you created. Okay, let's look at signs. We ended on the Hermit and Knight of Wheels. These are both like Virgo energy. So you could have Virgo in your chart strongly. Um, you could have some Aquarius in your chart, maybe Aquarius in your North Node or something like that. Um, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio. Um, you can have, because the Sagittarius is the Knight of Wands in reverse. You could have Sagittarius in like your South Node, your Pluto, because it's something that you're wanting to change from. Um, you could have Virgo. There's a lot of Virgo energy. You could have Virgo in your North Node as well. Um, yeah, or you're like rising or sun. And there's something about like expressing so movement. It could be Mars. You could have Virgo in your Mars as well. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, pile A. We want to move now to pile B. All right, so pile B was the ladybug. I always want to say ladybird, but that has come out, and so you could, just to remind you, you can check the Monday reading. Ladybug came up as well in that, so there could be a kind of energy for you. So let us just reset these cards. All right, so let's reset our cards. All right, so tell us for the ladybug group B, what is it that they need to know right now? All right, so we have who is your best pal? Okay, now that says think of a person to whom you tell everything and whom you can always rely on. All right, so that is making me think with the ladybug that maybe it's moving towards those people who, ooh, and right under is what is my network, right? Yeah, it's definitely like I caught my own self or interrupted myself when I was saying moving towards those people, almost like soul family, the people in your life that you know are there for you, the people, it's like nurturing yourself to the point where you're going towards people that are actually going to be um, there, people that are going to support you. And it may mean falling off different people that maybe are not as integral to your life. I really think you're a type of group that it's important, actually, this kind of building this close network of people that you can fully trust and rely on, support that can support you, because you're coming into this place where you're made to like change your fortune, right? So we're gonna see what this is about, but it feels like you're having a upswing or a turn in fortune at this time. So let's see. Tell us, give us a kind of profile of who this group B is. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think group B that you're actually quite like grounded, rooted people, and that's actually what has kept you going, is a sense of like I know myself, or at least I commit to knowing myself. But I do think that you've had to put up kind of barriers in life. You've had to really be pushful in your own life, and that could have come at the cost of just like, this card, let me show you. This card actually is a good picture because this is somebody that has like the wolves and the at the front. So it's somebody that has like a strong defense to push for themselves, but they've had to develop that really for a reason, right? You could have grown up feeling like nobody's on your side, and you just really need to like keep going for yourself. But with the Page of Wands, it makes me think that you've always kept some kind of playfulness or attitude of let me explore, let me see what's next. And that's part of your like push for yourself. It's like I am committed to just playing or exploring or wandering and finding out more for myself. And in some way, I think you're a group that you have maybe come into some kind of maturity, because this King of Swords is saying that I've been and seen so much that now I feel like wiser in myself. And it feels like you have gone through some kind of process where you're now like you're seeing things clearly in your life. You're feeling quite sure. And when I think about this with the Who's Your Best Pal card, it's really being, there's a word that comes up, is discerning. Because in our lives we're going to find people that sometimes we thought these people were our friends, sometimes we thought these people were closer than they actually are. And it's now you're in that stage of like you want to build your own personal like rock for yourself. You want to be stable. You want to make sure that what you're building is built on a solid foundation. And so it's like you're actually feeling like more wise, more clever, and more sure. Also, there's something about intuition, feeling more intuitive about where you want to head to. All right, so now we have a picture of who you are. Let me see what it is that the message is. Okay, yeah. Five of Cups, the Empress. I just love that card. It's one of my favorite Empress cards. But Five of Cups, Empress, Four of Wheels. Yeah, you're definitely somebody that has seen some difficulty, but with that ladybug energy, it's set to change. And a lot of this is going to be through your kind of discernment and the actions that you take, who you introduce in your life, who you, I hate to say cut people from your life, but sometimes it's necessary, like to remove what's not working for you. Five of Cups is that you have had some regrets with people, some kind of sad situations that, it does make you feel like, well, I wish it didn't have to happen that way. But so it did, it happened in that way. And, you kind of feel like, I think it still sits with you because you do have like a soft spot for these people, right? And this makes me feel like it's people that you've grown up with. Maybe it's people that you were friends with for a long time. Could even be family. And I think right now you're in that phase of being a little bit like careful, watchful for yourself, right? Look at that. This is somebody who is ooh, yeah, that fell out for a reason. You're somebody that you've had to kind of like keep your eye out for people who maybe don't have your best interest at heart, people who might be sabotaging you in some way. And I hate readings where it's like, so kind of like that. But listen, it's everyday life. This is how it happens. Three of Cups. There's some friend group that you feel there is like you're questioning a friend group. What is actually going on here? Who can I trust? And I think this is actually asking you to be curious, to have a lookout for that. Actually keep an eye on the behaviors of people who is in some kind of power struggle with you. That's what's gonna tell you more. No, with the Empress, it's even though you feel sad about what's happened with these people, you actually know that you have to make the best decision for yourself, right? Because you are the Empress here. You are the person that you need to figure out what is actually going to be best for me. And that's really the bottom line. You don't really need to consider, but I know this person from 20 years, from 10 years, from 5 years. It's no, if you want to move to your best life, which is what this ladybug card is telling you, right? Moving to positivity, happiness, and good fortune, it's you knowing that any decision you make now is going to be, of course, you're going to be humane, you're going to be just, but really, in the end, you have to be making the best choices for yourself. Now, this is the Empress, and it may you may feel like, oh, this is a feminine energy, but it's really, the Empress is within everybody. So don't worry about that. With the Four Wheels, this is you holding on to what you can bank on, right? And sometimes this is not wanting to let go. You One of the things that just pops in mind is like, if there are people in your life that you feel are hanging on to you and they don't want to let go, this is something to kind of think about, because is this person kind of serving you? um, People will cling when they know they have something to lose, something important. Does this person kind of lift my energy up, or do they drain me? How do I feel when I'm with them? Right? And with this energy of like, who is your best pal? Who is in your network that you want to hang on to? Who is the person that makes you feel and move towards this Empress energy, being in your abundant, beautiful state? You know, if you ever had friends, you might feel like there's some friends that the more you get successful, the less happy they are for you. And there's some friends that that joy just really comes out in them. I think that this is what this is talking about. Um, Being choosy in your friendships, in your relationships, and to see who is genuinely happy for you. It makes me think about this Five of Swords card. Just keep an eye. Who feels like they're in a competition? Who feels like they have there's just like an energy with some people, and it's hard to describe with that Five of Swords card, but it's like people who you should be connecting to more joyously, but they are bringing this kind of energy of negativity, um, hurt feelings. And not to say that we can't hurt other people's feelings, right? You know what I mean. So I think this is what I have, but let's get some last words here. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, we got everything. You need to make a decision here about people who don't really give anything to you. Five of Wheels. Like, which connections, just it's almost like if you didn't give to these connections, they wouldn't like exist, right? Nine of Wands. How much is it draining you? How much are you having to push to keep these things going? And its judgment is like life review, decision making, so that you can manifest the better in your life. All right. And I think this is the energy of keep going. It's been hard, it's been tough, but the ladybug says that positivity, happiness, and of course, good fortune is coming your way. All right. So this has been Group B. What you need to know. And if you stayed until this time, please do give a like, a thumbs up, and you can be notified for the next one. And also, it allows other people to see the video. So, thank you. Take care, and I'm wishing you a good day.